former Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra. In the event, however, her lawyer made a lonely appearance. Yingluck apparently suffering from fluid on the ear. The former leader's charged with negligence in connection with her flagship rice subsidy program, under which farmers received a 50% markup on their rice. It's one of the reasons the powerful Shinawatra family still has such a loyal following amongst Thailand's poor. We still believe that former Prime Minister Yingluck carried out the rice scheme in the people and the farmers' interests. We hope that justice will be bestowed on her. The military regime says the scheme was corrupt and cost the country nearly €7 billion. Few believe Yingluck was really unwell. Sources close to her have confirmed that she's already fled the country.
Dozens of people died when a ferry capsized in Brazil's coastal Bahia state, in the country's second fatal accident this week. Local authorities said 21 others were rescued by the Navy after the accident on an early morning short route from the island of Itaparica. Survivors say the boat capsized after it was hit by a powerful wave about 200 meters from the marine terminal. Salvador, one of Brazil's most famous cities, is located on a peninsula near a handful of islands used by daily commuters. In a separate incident, a passenger boat sank on the Xingu River in the Amazon's Para region to the north, leaving at least 21 dead, with 5 people still missing. It's thought the ferry may have sunk after getting caught in a storm. The Para state government said in a statement the boat was not legally authorized to carry passengers. The Amazon waterways are one of the main forms of transport in a region which has relatively few roads.
Samsung's heir apparent, J.Y. Lee, has been jailed for 5 years. The billionaire's lawyer has already said he will be appealing the sentence, passed on charges of bribery, embezzlement and the concealment of assets. Lee's 6-month trial is part of a corruption scandal that toppled the country's former president, Park Geun-hye. Many believe that his conviction will mean a guilty verdict for Park too. Protesters gathered outside the court in support of Lee and their former president. They claim prosecutors built their case on circumstantial evidence and unsubstantiated media claims. On the other side of the road, however, demonstrators who see the trials as a chance to address the cozy relations between South Korea's politicians and its business leaders. The third-generation head of the Samsung dynasty, 49-year-old Lee has been at the helm since his father's 2014 heart attack. Investors worry that his conviction could leave a leadership vacuum.
Venezuela is being accused of cracking down on free speech after it pulled the signals of 2 TV stations from neighboring Colombia. Venezuela's regulator ordered cable companies to ditch the channels for reportedly airing comments calling for Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro to resign or you will die. The Colombian president says, "We greatly regret what happened. It's another demonstration of a regime that doesn't like freedoms, a regime that is restricting the freedoms of citizens, and that's why we've said this regime has moved away from the democratic system and is acting more like a dictatorship." The Venezuelan TV regulator said removing the channels is within the bounds of the law, given that the stations were now openly calling for magnicide. The questionable comments were made during a speech by former Mexican President Vicente Fox.